Hey guys, welcome back to Two Girls, One Bong.
The podcast. It's better when you're stoned, but it's okay if you're not.
Who are you?
Oh shit, I'm MacDizzle.
I'm Joya.
Let's dive on
Let's
in.
dive on in.
It's a day for
Well, yeah. I think MacDizzle's still kind of getting ready a little bit.
me. Yes, no, I am.
We were just talking before we started recording about. We started with people doing drunken, stupid things. And I was telling MacDizzle the story about when Adam was so drunk he peed in my closet all over a bag of clothes that had just returned from a trip with me. Didn't know what he was doing, just got up. He was like sleepwalking, thought he was in the bathroom. I'm assuming he thought he was in the bathroom in his brain. And I got up and went over to the closet and said, "What the hell are you doing?" And he was just like, what? But didn't stop peeing, continued peeing.
All over your clothes.
Yes, on a pile of clothes and a beach bag. Like, it's not, I mean, I hadn't taken it to the beach, but it's like one of those tote bags. So luckily I was able to wash everything, but in the moment I was
Horrified.
pretty pissed. Exactly. And then we were talking about when people pee on furniture.
Yeah.
On couches, on beds, and how you basically...
I have had a dog pee on my furniture before.
Yep.
I have experienced that.
As have I, actually. Frankie has peed on my couch. And Remy has peed on my couch. So, yeah, we were basically talking about how you can wash it, you can get it cleaned, you can do all that stuff, but no matter what, there's still always going to be pee in there.
There will always be pee there. Forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? I spilled soy sauce on next to, so you know that in my den I have like that couch on the floor.
Yes.
So it's like this floor couch. Anyways, I can't wear pink or red with his hair. I spilled soy sauce on the floor next to it, like a lot of soy sauce. And not only is there a giant stain, but it smells like soy sauce to this day.
Oh my God,
my dogs
smells all
lick
salty.
At it. Yeah, it's like a little salt lick for them.
Oh my gosh. What does soy sauce smell like after it goes bad? Or does it just smell like regular soy sauce?
It just smells like soy sauce. It just smells like good old soy sauce.
I guess that's a best case scenario. Soy sauce isn't too bad of a smell.
Imagine if it was like kale juice.
I don't even know what that smells like, but I can imagine it's disgusting.
Kale is disgusting. It's the worst thing to ever. You know what I haven't done today? I haven't smoked any weed. It's 11 a.m. and I have not taken any hits of weed. Oh my gosh. Have you smoked any weed?
No, I have not, and I'm ready to.
I asked if you've smoking any weed.
Have you been smoking today?
Smoked.
Yeah.
Smoked. Oh my God.
No, but smoking sounded right for some reason. Oh, yeah. So if you're listening and you haven't smoked any weed today, or even if you have smoked weed today, come and smoke with us if you're able to. Okay. I'm packed and ready.
I am neither of those things.
Oh, okay.
But I can get there.
Yeah. Well, no rush. We're just all waiting for you. Me and everyone listening to this.
I know. You literally are. Where the fuck is my grinder, bro? I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to have to leave and come back. Take a hit without me. Okay. I'll be back.
No, I'll just wait for you. It's fine.
I'll be right back.
No problem, MacDizzle. I have these freaking pimples around my mouth because of my giant bong, my Illadelph out there that you have to put your whole mouth into, and I freaking hate that. And I hope it doesn't happen to anyone who's listening because I hate it and I don't want that for you, but it happens to me. So I have this little tiny thing that I don't have to put my entire mouth into and get all the mouth juices on the bong onto my mouth. Oh, I hope this has been interesting to listen to for those of you who don't experience that.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Welcome back.
I don't even know what are we even talking about today?
I don't know, dude. I made a list of a few things that we could touch on. I did have something
one
I
thing
wanted to. Go ahead.
I have something I'd like to skip. Anything to do with Will Smith and Chris Rock. Anything to do with them, I would like to skip.
I know. I cannot believe how congested every single timeline of mine has been. It's insane.
The exact same joke 40 times. Every weed company has done the exact same fucking meme where it's like, me, my edibles, me, my bong rip, me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not funny.
You know. You know what's kind of funny is that I saw that on Alicia's story this morning. She was like, everybody, first of all, she was like, why are you guys fucking making jokes about this, first of all? But second of all, everyone's making the same goddamn joke. And it's funny because you just said that also, but because I'm on my backup page where I don't follow that many people, I literally only follow my like essentials. I haven't even been seeing those jokes with the weed companies. So
it's everywhere. Every weed company was like, we're so clever. Hurry! We're going to be the one company who didn't post the same meme. Hurry up! Anyways, companies, if you're listening, you know who the fuck you are. Do better.
Yeah, honestly, that's what Alicia said. She was like, it just proves that you're like unoriginal and like you're not creative at all and you can't come up with your own content to market your company.
Literally. Me and my bong.
Yeah.
Just me, my bong. Like, it's... Shut up before I kill everyone. I'm gonna kill everyone. I can't escape it, bro.
I know.
Anyway, so this is us officially skipping over it. Officially skipping over it.
Okay.
What else you got on the list, baby?
I was going... Here, wait, let's take a bong rip first.
Yes, fuck, I forgot. I got all fired up about lack of creativity.
You're so funny. I know what I want to skip. Because obviously that was on my list of things.
I knew it would be.
But I also saw like that QAnon is now saying that, well, because you know how everybody was wondering if it was real or fake. So QAnon is like, it was fake. They're just distracting us from whatever the fuck. They're distracting us from the child.
QAnon has literally not. They haven't been right about a single thing, and people still to this day follow that shit.
It's
like, has the Bible been right about anything? Has the Bible been right about things? Did they make any predictions? No. I think the Bible played it safe, and it was like, we're not making predictions. Here's what had happened.
Yeah. Allegedly. Well, except for the Revelation is the last book in the New Testament, and that is like a fucking when the world ends, basically. So people pretend that's what's happening.
I can't fucking wait.
I know.
Are you sure we're not in Revelations right now?
We might be. We could be.
I had a really weird demon dream last night, and I realized that it's a recurring demon dream, but it's like in that place. Remember how I told you I have like that scape?
Yes.
That like dreamland that I go to?
Yes. How could I forget? That's remember the most epic thing ever.
So something that's been happening there is like this ghost situation, like this demon ghost situation. And I didn't remember any of it until last night. I had the dream again, and it was like something very familiar that I had already dealt with. And so I was like, oh, I've been dealing with this.
Oh my goodness.
Weird. But yeah, the face, the wall, the ghost was in the wall, and its face was coming out through the wall like Freddy Krueger. Like I could like punch the wall, and it was a different texture than the actual wall.
Did you punch the wall?
Yeah, I punched the shit out of the wall. I'm not afraid of ghosts in my dreams, okay? Like, I am ready to take them the fuck down.
The fact that you can
Like,
use your physical ability too in your dreams is pretty awesome.
and I can
Or
read. I told you I had another dream where I was reading something.
when they say you're not
Yeah, I've
supposed
had
to be
like
able to read.
I've had multiple dreams. So I did some research on it, and they're saying that there are instances of people reading in dreams, but usually it's writers. Like poets will see a sonnet in their dream or
People
something
who
like
are
that. They'll see
always
that.
writing and reading, that makes more
Nah,
sense.
I look at my phone. I had a conversation with my landlord via text message on my
Shut
phone.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I am not
Robert
joking. Like, I
is
literally,
making it into your
yes.
nightmares.
He's making it into my, or he's in my parallel universe that I'm astral projecting to. I don't fucking know, because it was all very similar to like my real life, which I imagine my subconscious is just replaying possibilities, you know?
Definitely.
But it was like I had turned in my rent check and my check bounced or something. Like my check didn't work, and he like had texted me and was like, "You're gonna owe me $54 for the check bouncing fee. I'm just gonna take it out of your security deposit," which is a weird. Like, why would he say that? But I remember reading that message from him, and
In your
I
dream.
looked up how much it is for a check bouncing fee. It's around like $45 to $50.
Oh my
I am
god.
not
Okay.
joking.
I thought you were gonna say 54, which would be really fucking
Oh,
weird.
right.
But
It's exactly
still...
50. That'd be fucking weird.
But it being around that much too is very interesting. Dang.
Isn't it weird?
You have, well, you know what? You're so creative, and I know that means that you have an amazing what's that word? Imagination. Like your brain can come up with really incredible things. So I would imagine that someone like you would have fucking crazy cool ass dreams and create entire worlds inside of them. If you guys didn't listen to our dreams episode, which I think that's where you talked about it, right? I assume.
Yes.
MacDizzle has this like world that she has created in her dreams. I don't think she willingly created it, right? It just happened in your dreams.
Well, it started super weird. It started me getting to this place. I was getting to this place, and it was a very treacherous journey to get there. And it was this crazy bridge over water to get there. And sometimes I made it, sometimes I didn't. But then there was also the situation of me trying to leave this place. And since then, it's just kind of developed into like, I know that I have an apartment there. I have a house and 2 houses. I have an apartment and 2 houses. I don't know that I own these things, but I live in these things. I have a dwelling in all of these things.
Yeah.
So like the apartment is kind of in like a downtown, like it gives me like kind of like Western-ish Mexico kind of vibes. Like the streets are dirt, but the buildings are kind of like adobe. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then one of my houses is it's like an Airbnb. So I know I don't own this house. It's an Airbnb, and it has this amazing, gorgeous pool in the back. And it's like this pool goes like basically to like this cliff, but it's a really small cliff. It's like these rocks, and then below the rocks is a different, like it's like a river behind the pool. So you can like fuck around in the pool, or you can go to the river. And the house is just like this incredible house where it's like it has like movie theater seats. It's like an incredible house. Anyway, so I spend time there, but then I have this other house that's like dilapidated and like beat the fuck down in like a kind of like a snowy, kind of rainy kind of area. But it's all very close. Like I can just like travel down the road, and I'm in a different climate. It's very weird.
That's funny. That is funny. Now that is where it gets really definitely to a dream world where you're like in a totally different place.
The dream that happened last night with the ghosts and stuff was in that dilapidated, fucked up house. Like weird, bad things happen in that house.
Yeah.
It's always something sinister happening there for me. One time there were like Russian like spies trying to catch me and a bunch of kids, and I was like trying to help the kids hide and like play hide and seek. And like I was like, it's a game, we're playing hide and seek, because I was trying to help them hide from the Russian spies. I don't even know if they were Russian. They were European, though. European spies.
And also, unfortunately, I feel like the word... Okay, we talked about this before, how when a brand of something does a product so well that then you refer to that product as the brand. And I feel like Russians have done that with spies. Like, it's like Russian spy. Like...
They're very good.
Exactly. It's like chapstick. Chapstick was so good, we stopped calling it lip balm and we call it chapstick. And
Everything is
Russians,
chapstick now.
yeah,
Or
exactly.
spies.
Right. Like Russian spy just flows off the tongue so well, even though there's spies from every
rolls
country.
off the tongue. Yeah, Americans.
Yeah, we have.
But,
Yeah, exactly. Okay, bong rip time.
Yes.
Yes, excellent.
Okay.
Okay, take a bong rip with us if you're listening.
All right. I got my hemp
Okay.
wig lit. Oh. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Ooh.
No.
First hit of the day vibes. Ooh. Oh, I just love your hair so much. I can't get over it.
Thank you.
So cute. You're welcome. Well, something else
I don't know.
that
It
I
took me
wanted
so long to
do it.
go ahead.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Because it looks cute as fuck. Something else that I wanted to talk to you about was the fact that I was in a fucking tornado since the last time we were on.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wasn't in a tornado, but there were tornadoes.
You had
happening.
to take the precautions as if you were.
Yes, they called it a safe place or a safe space. They were like, go to your safe place or your safe space. But it was like fucking gnarly as fuck.
What is your safe space?
We went into the master bedroom closet, although it doesn't. Ideally, it's a bathroom with no windows. If the tornado is going to come straight over your fucking house, you go to a bathtub, you put a mattress over you or something big. And yes, ideally, if you're in like if the tornado is coming over your freaking house and it's bad, like it'll blow out all your windows. It'll blow your doors open, even if it's like a Deadpool.
Both of my bathtubs have glass doors.
Yeah, they do. That's funny. So my shower has glass in there, and there is a small window, but we knew that they weren't like horrible. Like there's been way worse ones, but they were like they were kind of like popping up out of nowhere, which was the scary part. Like they had said that we might get some tornadoes. There was like tornado weather, but they like popped. They were like popping up, and one of them came up right in Round Rock, which is very close to where I used to live, and went straight over that town that I used to live in. And it wasn't. Go ahead.
Are basements a regular thing out there?
In some older houses, yes, but we don't get tornadoes like in central Texas. The last time, I think they said that there was one like in the country, so like an hour away from here in the late 90s that actually like killed people. Like 26 people died. Something like that. Because also the other thing is like there's a lot of manufactured homes and like mobile homes, especially out in the country, and the tornado will just fucking pick that shit
swipe you right
up into the air. Yes. Which we yes. And dude, how fucking scary. They also did you see the video of the truck? There was a video that went viral of a truck spinning around.
Spinning.
So that
was there someone in there?
Yes, there was a teenage boy, 16 years old, and it was not even a mile from my house. Like literally right over there.
Is he okay?
He's fine, and his family got a brand new truck. They were gifted a truck. Because he was able to just drive away. Thank God he had his freaking seatbelt on.
Thank God he was a teenager, because he was probably like, I'm not gonna die. Me at the age of 30, I'm gonna.
That's funny.
I'm making peace with Jesus at that point.
Dude, yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. He's just like
when I was
flipping around.
When I was 16, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I used to ride on the back of a motorcycle going 150. Like, death wish.
MacDizzle.
Death wish.
Why would you do
I
that?
didn't drive it.
I
I
know,
don't
but
know,
you know what you
Joya.
should have been thinking about? You should have been thinking about, hey, maybe when I'm a little bit older, I'm going to meet a friend that I really love and who really loves me, and she would be really sad if I crashed and died on this motorcycle. Oh my gosh,
You wouldn't
that's way
know.
too fast. Anyway,
Yeah,
yes.
150 is way too fast. I mean,
Yeah.
it's anyways. And not to
I-
mention that the person who was driving the bike had been in an accident prior to that.
Oh my goodness. Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, though, I rode on the back of a motorcycle a few years ago on my brother's, and I had never done before, and I haven't since. But I was definitely like,
Very scary.
whoa, I completely understand why people enjoy the thrill of this because it was fun.
But the exposure is so scary though.
Terrifying.
Like,
Too much
you
for
can
me.
just graze a car with your knee. That's not chill.
And my brother's all
not
telling me,
chill.
he's like, when we turn, don't lean too far. Like, don't just lean with me kind of thing. Don't lean too far from one way or the other. Like, and I was just like,
Because it's gonna
why are
throw
you
them off.
giving?
You're like, why?
Why are you giving me this responsibility? Like, what the fuck? I don't want to know that I can have. I don't want to know that I could take part in this fucking thing crashing.
Our downfall.
Exactly.
Crying
But
and dying.
yeah, dude.
Well, I'm glad the tornadoes didn't hit your house. Your house is
Oh my
brand
gosh.
new. That would have been so
Yeah.
shitty.
There are people who up in the town where I used to live, there were new builds. So people that had just moved in and homes that were not yet completed that had major damage, roofs blown off. And what the ones that were only like the frame were like leveled. Like there's like
does like insurance cover that kind of shit?
So I think that when you're in it, yes, most policies cover tornado, but they said something. Oh, it was fire. I think that they said on the news that most policies don't cover fire or something. There is. Oh, dang! I might be getting it wrong. But
That's like the most common thing in any setting, though. That's like not even like a geological location.
Maybe it was flooding because. Oh, dang it. Now
Maybe.
I shouldn't have even said anything because I don't remember exactly what it was. But I do remember being like, well, that
fire
could happen
seems great because fires happen anywhere.
I had fire insurance. I know for a fact when I was in my apartment in California. I know that was on there. So, but
yeah, California for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Texas has their worst wildfire ever in history right now. It's still burning, which it's not even close to anything that California's had, but they it's like super dry right now and windy.
Boo.
Somebody's whining. I don't know who it is.
Plot twist, it's my stomach.
Are you hungry?
I am. I'm gonna cook lunch after this, though.
What are you gonna make?
Haven't. You know what I'm thinking? I think I'm gonna make myself an artichoke and some tofu.
Ooh. How do you just how do you make an artichoke?
I steam it. And then you just like rip off the leaves and dip it in butter.
In butter, okay. I've never had an artichoke.
Some people
I haven't had one since with my adult taste buds, but I love edamame, and I feel like that's a kind of similar, like you're kind of ripping the thing out from inside, right?
Yeah.
Is it like bean texture?
And it's like a leaf, and you're like scraping a part off of the leaf.
It's not
like a weird
inside.
texture. No, you're scraping with your teeth the edible part off of the leaf.
Oh, I would like.
And it's not like I think you should. I support you doing it because you can. If you like mayonnaise, sometimes people dip it in mayonnaise.
I do like
My
mayonnaise.
Mom dips it in mayonnaise,
but I can't picture dipping in anything in mayonnaise though.
Like I would encourage you to try it.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a thing in Europe. That's a thing. You know why white people got like that whole rap for mayonnaise? It's because in Europe they put mayonnaise on everything. They don't even give you ketchup. They give you mayonnaise to dip your fries in.
and it's fucking disgusting. I'm like, how are you gonna look at me sideways for asking for ranch and then dip something in fucking mayonnaise? Like, that's gross. But also cultural
Ranch,
thing, whatever.
yeah, very that.
But yeah, then
I
that's
am
exactly
a Caucasian with European
Yeah.
roots.
Exactly.
So I'm
So
talking shit.
I can talk about their strange fucking food choices. Beans on toast. Peas
I am
on
not mad at
toast?
beans on toast. I'm not mad at beans on toast. I just don't think we need to hype it up. That sounds like a broke meal. Like I'm talking about ramen. Like relax with your
Oh my
beans on
god.
toast.
Oh my god. I don't
Like I live in
remember.
California. We have avocado toast, so don't talk to me about toast.
Yeah,
I
avocado
have the most
toast
superior
is
toast.
yes, and the most expensive by far. Avocado toast. Oh, but oh my god, also speaking of UK, I've heard of 2 new seasons of Drag Race. Have you heard of 2 new seasons of Drag Race?
Are you
Okay,
talking to Aaron?
No, I'm on Twitter.
Okay, because
God.
I don't go on Twitter.
Twitter is where everything. I see so many things on Twitter. What does he know?
Yeah. No, he always talks about these things. That's why I wonder.
I just saw today that there is a UK season 4 coming out, and the cast has been released.
Oh,
And also that there is
wait, officially?
Yeah, I saw a list of cast members.
I'm going on to Drag Race BBC UK Instagram, and if it's not there, it's not legit.
How could someone just come up with freaking like 14 names or whatever?
Because people get on the internet and they lie.
Okay, so this is
Every
definitely
day.
not a lie. The next thing I'm going to tell you is definitely not a lie. There is there is promo, so not the official content obviously, but somebody's getting fired because pictures got released of a photo shoot for all stars, all winners. So it's going to be all winners.
All
and it was like
winners.
the Vivian who's the other queen on Sibling Rivalry with Bob the drag queen? Monet Exchange. She won, right? There was like, and Priyanka.
Monet, yeah, she won All Stars.
Yes, Priyanka.
Bianca Del Rio?
No, Priyanka from Canada.
Oh, she won Canada. Okay.
Yes. Those were the
Interesting.
only people that I could see in the photo. There might have been one more person, but I don't remember who it was. But yeah, I thought you'd be excited to hear about that. All stars, all winners.
Excited.
Yeah. That's going to be good.
God, Rue is just making millions.
Ah, so rich. Not to mention, they're freaking whatever property RuPaul has in somewhere, they do fracking. There's fracking on RuPaul's property somewhere.
Not oil money.
Yes. Like people are like, what the fuck? I don't know if maybe it stopped because I never heard anything more about it. That was like last year that I read an article about that. Very gnarly. So rich. Okay, should we take a break, Yana? And come on back?
Yes, let's take a little breaky break and then we'll be back.
Woot woot. Okay, we're back.
We are back. Did you hear? So that plane that crashed in China, basically everybody passed, right?
No one survived. Yeah. Oh my god, and I don't know if I've told you that my brother just became a commercial pilot.
Yes.
He works for JetBlue and he's literally starting, like he's just finishing up with his training.
What airline was it?
In April. He's on what airline was the Chinese one? It was some Chinese airplane or a Chinese airline, but a Boeing airplane. Which, have you watched that Netflix thing about Boeing? Or maybe it's on Hulu.
No.
You need to watch it.
What is it
It's
about?
fucking crazy. Basically, it's like the downfall of Boeing. They were known when they first came out and until like the 80s, 90s, I want to say, they were known for prioritizing above all else safety. They were huge on safety. There was like, and there was a saying, if it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. So
Okay.
like people were like felt very, very comfortable with Boeing because they were huge on safety.
Okay.
And then essentially rich people came in and it was more about profit and
Safety or just
efficiency.
cutting costs. Yes, every
Exactly.
time.
There was even
Capitalism.
yes, exactly. So you should definitely watch. It's really good. But and then it goes into those, the crashes that happened. It was like 2018. It wasn't even that long ago.
The ones
Where
from like
two
or
planes.
like Indonesia and shit. Yes,
Yes, there
because
was
my dad
one
was flying
going.
back and forth from Indonesia at the time. I was so
Oh my
nervous.
god. One was going to and from or to Ethiopia, I want to say, and then the other one was somewhere like a South Asian country, I think. But yeah, dude, those were that whole I was gonna say scandal, but tragedy was with this one model of plane that they released. It was the 737 Max, and it had this uh feature, this tool in it that was causing the planes to it was a sensor.
Dip.
Yes, it was a sensor that if something triggered it, it would point the nose down. And so basically there was I'm not a fucking plane engineer,
Why?
but it
Why
was
would you
supposed
ever
to
need that?
there was a reason for it, but the problem was that it wasn't executed right. There was only one sensor attached to it, and they say that for a safety feature, there has to always be two sensors because if one what's that word?
You need to have a double check.
Malfunctions, then you have another
Yeah, you need
one.
to have a
When it's a
backup.
safety feature, there has to be two
Yeah.
sensors, and there was only one sensor for this. And so if something happened, something messed up with that sensor, then it was really bad. And so, but this plane that just crashed in China was not that same model of plane. It was a regular 737, which has never had any issues before. Oh, it's okay.
Wow.
And so they're like, it's another Boeing aircraft though. And that plane, I saw a video of it. It's horrifying. The plane is straight up and down. It goes straight into the ground, like nose into the ground. That's how no one survived.
The
Fucking
pilots
horrible.
weren't able to do anything at that point. Like if it's going
No.
straight down.
No, exactly.
What
There's
the
literally like
fuck, bro.
So I was reading,
That is
which is
horrifying.
exactly what they did with those other two
Just
crashes.
falling
They
out of the
blamed
sky.
just straight down, just straight into the ground. How fucking terrifying. Like, oh my god, so scary. But yeah, there was like a whole campaign in the last ones to blame the pilots. Obviously, that's what companies do. They like blame the individuals. And so I literally just heard on the news somebody say like, I think there's going to be a look into the pilots because this plane doesn't have this one feature that caused the other ones to crash. But
did
dude,
you see
fucking horrible.
Kind of on the scapegoat route, there's a nurse who made a catastrophic and horrible error. You saw that on the story. And she basically gave this elderly woman, 75-year-old patient, the wrong medication and it killed her. There were a series of failures that happened at the hospital that led to this mistake. Like their online logging system wasn't working. Like there were a couple things that made it so that this nurse had to manually take this drug out and like give it to like it was more responsibility on the nurse because of these failures that had happened at the hospital. They are charging her. She is being held criminally
she was
convicted.
She was convicted. She got a guilty verdict.
Which I understand that in the medical field, making errors like that is unacceptable and cannot happen, and when it does, people die. However, I think it is a very slippery fucking slope to start charging healthcare providers and nurses, who are the most overworked and underappreciated people in the world, and start using them as a means of like the hospital needs to be how was the staffing at the time? What was the staffing like? How many hours had she been working prior to that? How many days? How many breaks did she have? Like There are so many
Yep.
different issues when it comes to like staffing a hospital. Like you cannot, like, mistakes are going to happen. Name one profession where nobody has ever made a mistake.
Right. You can't.
All fucking way. Everybody makes a mistake, and sometimes it's catastrophic and horrible and terrible things happen. But get to the root of the problem. The root of the problem isn't, little miss, I got the wrong medication. The root of the problem is, little miss, I've been working for 7 fucking weeks straight with no breaks and no sign of the tunnel out, and the hospital system wasn't working. So shout out to that woman.
Yeah. That's so hard. I can't even imagine. It's because it's already so much responsibility. And what I was reading a lot of is like, this is going to deter people from reporting when they make a mistake like that. Which is so
and you're gonna
scary.
have to do really serious. You're gonna have to do serious investigations to figure out how people died. Now it's not just gonna be like, oh fuck, I gave her the wrong medication. It's gonna be,
don't know.
I don't know who did that. I don't know. Like literally, like and she did the right thing too. That's what's fucked up, is when that happened, the nurse wasn't malicious. She didn't try to hide it. She did the right thing. She reported it.
Yep.
And now she's gonna be going to jail. Like that, it's unheard of for me. It is unheard of for me. She was not criminally negligent. Like,
yeah, dude, that
just breaks my heart. It's a very
awful.
It's just tragic because the woman lost her life, and this woman is also losing her life. Like, it's just insane.
Yeah, you know what? When you were talking, I was thinking about I went during COVID when people were saying like our hospitals are filled up and the hospitals don't have any more room. I saw a post that was like, stop saying that the hospitals are filled up when what you really mean is there's not enough staff for people.
Yeah. We don't have enough people to attend the beds, you know?
Exactly. It's not that there's not enough physical beds there. It's that it's 12 patients to one nurse exclusively or whatever.
Well, in some cases it was like all the ventilators were taken up in situations like that. But people really tried to play like, oh, the hospitals aren't filled. You guys are all lying. Like, no, that hospital is at its max because they have 4 nurses.
Yep. There's a girl that I know from high school who is a nurse. And
was she mean?
Yes. She's the one who in her
become nurses, bro.
No, that's not true. I know some really nice. I didn't
say all nurses are. I didn't say all nurses are mean girls. I said all mean girls become nurses.
Big circle, little circle. But it's the one that had in her bio. She had, be nice to me. I may just be your nurse someday. So concerning. But what was I going to tell you? Oh, she worked in pediatrics. I haven't even talked to her in probably 2 years now.
She was like, you guys, it's not even a problem.
Yes. And I'm like, girl, you work in the kids part of the hospital. Like, there's not a lot of kids fucking
fuck up.
Yes. So anyway,
go to the nursing home and tell me how it is.
Right. Exactly. If you work with old people, you might have a different freaking experience. And I fucking hate when people are like, well, I can't see it, so it's not happening. The most ignorant, obnoxious way to create an opinion.
My least favorite thing that people do is they're like, well, I haven't experienced that. And I'm like, oh, and so your experience is synonymous with that and with everyone in the world. Like when my favorite thing is like
people.
Like when Republicans or like Trump supporters or somebody like latch on to like a black person who's like, I haven't experienced racism. Like, okay, first of all, lies. Second of all, that their experience does not speak for the thousands, hundreds of thousands of other black people who have said these things have happened to them. I've witnessed it. Exactly. I've seen with my face and eyes.
Well, so and I think also a big problem with that too. Yes, it's the people having a skewed definition of things, because it's like, you say you've never experienced this, but do you actually know what that looks like and how to point it out? Or do you brush things off like they're not a big deal? Yeah. When really,
exactly,
they should be.
Exactly.
Should we take another bong rip?
I think we should. And then we have a couple Am I the Assholes to kind of close this boy
Our
out.
favorite thing to do.
Yes. Next week, our gorgeous producer, she found us this new thread. It's called Too Afraid to Ask, I think, something like that.
Yeah, Too Afraid to Ask.
and there's some questionable titles.
one of them.
Read the questionable title.
This one says, "How the hell does my dad have a massive dong?" And so I'm assuming, you know what? It's probably how the hell does my dad have a massive? Yep.
Are dicks genetic?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, obviously, it's not only coming from one place. Like you have the genes of your
what's
hundreds, thousands of ancestors.
I saw this. It was somebody who was dating Queen Naija. It was like Clarence or somebody. And
Clarence, yeah.
They were talking about they have a son together, and the guy was talking about like he's well endowed like his daddy, like talking about his infant son's penis.
Wiener. Oh my god, that's disgusting.
That's a child. Are you? What the fuck?
Oh my god!
And you're worried about gay? You're worried about don't say gay,
bro? That is exactly what I was gonna say. Yes. I mean, I don't think that guy's worried about it, but I don't think he is. Right, but we just had family in town, and Adam's niece is here, and she's like into scary stuff like you. All she watches is scary movies, listens to scary podcasts. And so she wanted to go see. There's a gas station here that is in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so she wanted to see it. We went there on Friday or Saturday night, and it was like, did you see my story?
Next time. It was like a bunch of old white people
want to go there. It was like a fucking country fucking little. It was.
I do want to go there, and I want to wear the sluttiest outfit I have. And I want to have my gay tattoos out, and I want to start a fight and stab somebody with my heel.
Oh my god! She said, "Let's turn it up in here. Let's turn it up."
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Texas Heel Massacre.
California woman comes to the
Texas Stiletto Massacre.
Stiletto Massacre. Oh, what I was going to say was that when we were there were these two very young kids, not very, very young, maybe like 10, 11 years old, a boy and a girl.
Were they inbred?
Who were dancing. They were dancing. They were like doing like a little, and they're like doing like I don't know, like a waltz or something where you like have to hold each other. And I was looking at them like, and their parents are on looking like so proud, like just like, And I was just like, these are the people who are like, don't sexualize my children. And I'm like, you have your fucking 10-year-old daughter like
in the arms of a boy.
Exactly. And you're looking at them so proud and
like,
so,
look at how straight she is.
Exactly. Oh, but yeah, that just made me think of that. And I was totally looking like, that's, and also, you guys are ridiculous.
Yeah. People are like super like insane, and they think that don't say gay, like that bill, like what they're stopping is like what they think is happening in school is like, all right, sometimes boys like to stick penises in other boys' butts, and girls like to lick pussies, and that's not what's happening, okay? That's not what's happening when they're talking about educating. Yeah. They're saying some people have two moms, some people have two dads. Everybody's different, and that's okay. That's what they're teaching you. They're not teaching you about fucking.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's what they're like, children don't need to be learning about LGBT. Yes, they fucking do. They need to learn that some kids have two moms and some kids have two dads. And that's okay.
And maybe, yes. And it also, I saw a post that was like, we don't want to turn your straight kids gay. We want your gay kids to survive. Like,
to feel safe.
Exactly. Like, no, but no one's going to turn your kid gay. That's not possible. It's not possible.
Have you ever heard of a conversion camp to make people gay? I've definitely heard of the reverse.
Yeah.
There's actual funded, government-funded programs to turn you heterosexual. God. If you want to talk about fucking agendas, you have camps for it. You have camps to make people straight, and it doesn't work.
Fucking that is horrible. Like, that is a horribly disappointing thing to know about the human race, Americans, because I don't think they do that in
they do
other countries. Oh, they
Ireland is famously homophobic.
do.
It's a lot. Yeah. So gay
Yeah.
people are not loved in a lot of places.
No, you're right. It's illegal to
In
be
the
gay
Middle
in some
East,
places
they get
still.
murdered, so
Yeah.
it's not very good.
Yeah.
The American gays are ahead of the curve right now.
That's good. That you're right. That is good to know. I
It's
was thinking
all
about it
right.
like we're
The
just
curve
yeah.
is not great. Okay,
Right. Right.
everyone should be doing a lot better. But when it actually comes to,
Yes.
I'm not like, be grateful that you're in America. No, you
No,
deserve to
no,
have
no,
all the
no, no,
rights that
no.
you deserve.
Exactly.
But let's also be very clear that there are people still dying for
Yeah.
it.
Right. Definitely. You know what I learned
And their
recently
government's
too?
okay with it.
Yes, at the very least. Laganja posted in Colombia, they just passed a law a couple years ago where you can the only country in South America and I think possibly the world where you can there is another option for gender. So it's like an X. It's like male MF
On like
or
your birth
X.
certificate.
You can change out all your actual official government documents. But I learned recently, Laganja posted that the president of Colombia, his daughter is a drag queen. I don't know their gender, if they're
if she's trans
non-binary or yes, but
okay,
yes. So
if she's a bio queen or whatever.
Well, the president's child, yes, is no, she's. I think
it's AFAB,
non-binary.
assigned female at birth. It would be,
and I don't believe so. I think
that
it would be assigned male at birth.
They
were a boy. I'm pretty sure they're non-binary. But yeah, I thought it was really cute. I was really happy to find out that the president's kid, that was a fight that he put up for his family and other people.
Yeah, he was like, money where my mouth is.
Yeah.
We need more compassionate people who actually have kids like this in the government so that they can speak from a place of actual knowledge. People are so fear-based. Like, they're so scared of having a gay son or a gay this. Like, maybe what we need is somebody with a gay son to be like, it ain't that bad.
Not that big of a fucking deal.
It ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yep. Totally.
Right, let's take this bong rip.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I burped while I was taking that rip, and it felt really weird to like inhale while burping.
Yeah. I can't imagine burp
because air still came out.
Bong rip.
It was weird.
And then you just sucked your burp back up with the bong rip.
Yeah, right in. Right on it. All right, we have time for like one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I hate this already.
Oh God.
Am I the asshole for telling my wife she belongs in the kitchen? Yes. If you said it that way. If you said it that way. Yes. It starts by saying, "Hear me out."
Of fucking course it does.
I, 35 male, am married to a wonderful woman, 32 female, who has worked for the last 5 years as a chef in a popular bistro. We began dating while she was in culinary school, and I knew she was talented then, but she has really excelled since working as a full-time chef. She's been promoted 3 times, and the owner regularly talks about how she'll one day run the kitchen. When restaurants closed at the start of the pandemic, she used her fun employment to start making cooking videos on TikTok. It began as a fun thing to do and grew into an outlet for her creative energy. Since she's been back in the restaurant, she's kept her full-time job and posted to her TikTok at night. Last night, she told me she wants to quit her restaurant job so she can pursue TikTok professionally. Honestly, she's only amassed a couple hundred followers in the time she's been doing it, and none of her videos have gone viral. I would never tell her this, but they're just not that compelling, or they just copy videos that are already out there. Instead, I told her I didn't think we could afford to not have her income, which is largely true, and that her TikTok has not been successful enough to generate money. I also reminded her that we want to have kids soon and that our expenses will climb even higher. She became very defensive and told me I wasn't supporting her ambitions and that her TikTok would be more successful if she devoted more time to it. She hasn't spoken to me since that conversation. Am I the asshole? Yes. Your wife is telling you a dream that she has and you're not supporting it. because you don't see it working out. That is stupid. This is not your dream. This is your wife's dream. Okay?
Yes.
Zaza! You have something alternative to say to that.
I do. I completely agree that supporting your partner's dreams is like, that's like fundamental to being in a relationship, I feel like. And if you don't support your partner's dreams, then you can dissolve your relationship. But I also feel like, I think there is a lot of, it's easy to get found on TikTok, but there is a lot of failure, I feel like, in the social media realm. But also, something that I will say is that the people who actually do dedicate themselves and never stop trying, eventually something gives. But I just feel like now there's so many people that want to do social media, and I feel like it's slimmer pickings now. I feel like it's a lot harder.
Here's what I'll say. I would let her try. Yeah, go ahead. Give it a shot for a little while. See what happens for that. Because guess what? You have a skill set and you can always go back to work.
Yes.
There will always be a restaurant for you to be hired at.
Yes.
You know, like, why not give it a try? I'm the person who I quit my salary job and I decided to do this thing. I obviously didn't just have a couple hundred followers at the time. We were very successful, but I really dove 2 feet forward and just put my social media first, and I made a whole career out of it. And so, and I had people doubting me the entire way. I had my parents telling me, you need to go to college, or like I had people telling me the whole time not to do what I was doing. And I'm so happy with my decision. And so I think I'm just coming from a very personal place. Go for it, girl.
You're so right.
Let her try.
Yes. And with a job, with a skill like cooking, that is one thing that is always going to be there. I mean, many skill sets you don't lose, you just maybe lose some touch and it takes some time to get back into it. But I feel like if she is cooking the whole entire time, that's like not,
she's making content of cooking. She's staying in practice, and she's on good terms with her boss, who can write her a raving review if she ever needs to find a new job. Or just like let her boss know, like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I really want to chase my dreams. I hope that if it doesn't work out, you have a place for me here. You know, like if they love her that much. Anyways, just you're the asshole.
Yeah.
We want to have kids and this and shut up. Make more money then.
Yeah.
Why don't you make more money then? Big guy.
Yeah. I think it is important just to try. Let her try.
Let her try.
And if you guys,
I mean, hopefully she has some kind of savings so that she can support herself through this.
That's what I was thinking about, is like the money thing. Like if it's, because if Adam just was like, I'm going to quit my job and I want to do this, I would be like, can we
cannot afford that right
now. Exactly. Like,
yes.
Which
I also, our rent is covered for that time.
Yeah. Our bills and yes. Fair. But there's also like things that he's really fucking good at, that like if one day he was like, I want to quit my corporate job and do clothes, like I've seen what he could do there. I've seen how creative he is and how much work he puts into something like that. And so I would be like, okay, yeah. Not right now though. So I understand the
y'all just like, bought a house. Just you can't just up
exactly. You know? So
if they just had a child, I would understand, but they don't even have the child yet. This is a hypothetical child.
And like, yeah, dude, if that's something that she really like, this could be a make or break a relationship. Like that's the thing, is about
this is her
not
dream.
Supporting. Yep. And the other thing is, it is really easy to get seen on TikTok. And I feel like food is something that people like. I can't get enough of it. And I look at all different kinds.
Food talks. There's ASMR food TikTok. Oh my God. I was on there for hours the other day.
ASMR. I did see your story. You're like, why do I like this?
Soap crunching videos.
So funny.
Bro. No, but there's
we need to do another ASMR video.
Oh, we do.
But yes, ASMR cooking sounds amazing. Like the popping in the pan and the cutting
Like,
and the yeah,
oh
that
my god,
sounds
it's
wonderful.
and it's like this guy who does it all out in nature too, so it's like a gorgeous setting, and he has like this like cutting board that he like hammers into the ground. It's so cool. It's
oh
so
my
cool.
god, that is
And he
dope.
doesn't ever show his face, which is 10 out of 10 because I don't want to look at you.
Just the food and the setup.
That
please.
yeah, I know that this is gonna sound weird, but like my trigger when I'm watching food videos is I don't want to know what the cook looks like. I don't want to know what you look like. Stop showing yourself eating it at the end. You vanity. You're a good cook. Stop it.
Oh yeah, that's funny because everybody does do that.
Because there's some people who literally wear masks in their video so that you can't see them. I'm like, fucking respect, bro. You're not here for the face clout, and I respect the fuck out of you for that.
Yes, you're just
because some
letting
people
the art
literally
speak.
Yeah, because some people are good cooks and they're also like just good looking, and it takes away from the talent for me. I'm like, stop.
Well, yes, because you know that they're using that, but also I think about us like in 2015 and us using our hotness, even though we are funny and entertaining.
What? What were we supposed to do? It just radiated off of us. It's not like we were doing anything trying to be hot. So I'm talking about some people cook shirtless, like they're trying.
Yes, that's a
well.
I
did roll a blunt on your ass once.
Oh my god, dude, we still need to do that. I think that might be a paid situation on another website. But yeah, that's funny.
LOL.
Well, I hope that woman pursues her dream on TikTok.
I do too. I hope at the very least she takes fewer shifts and spends more time doing that. You know?
Yes.
There's lots of compromises. I hope she finds what's her TikTok? If you cared about her, you'd give it to us and I would tell her.
No,
I would tell her your husband's an asshole. Yeah, he's outing himself, but
he is the asshole. Your cousin or your husband asked if he is the asshole, and he is the asshole.
He is. I want you to know. Yes.
One more bong rip before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, things that I totaled my car. We didn't talk about that.
I didn't know if you
That's why we didn't have a podcast last week. Yeah, a girl ran a red light and hit my car.
Yeah, when you say I totaled my car, you were in the car when it got totaled. Yeah. But yes, she got into a car accident last week, and I spent hours, thanking the universe that she was able to call me the next morning and tell me what happened. Oh. And I'm being dead fucking
it was
serious. Bad. Oh my god, I'm literally like, yeah. We can talk about that next week.
What would you do if I died?
Shut up, because I literally don't know, and I can't even think about it. And thinking about you being in such a dangerous situation like that, literally, I feel it right now. I'm like, like literally anxiety in my chest and my stomach. Like I can't, like my entire torso is on fire. Just literally.
That's how I felt. Seeing you close to the edge of the cliff in Moab, that's how I feel.
Oh, that is, yes.
Like,
and if
primal, you don't know what maternal instincts come out.
Joya! Like the biggest scream.
We were in Moab, and I was taking a picture in my car, a comfortable fucking 30 feet away from the edge. And I glance over, and Joya's feet are basically dangling. She's basically she's hanging off the cliff by one arm, more or less.
No.
She's hanging off the cliff with one finger. She's sitting on the edge, and it was way too close for me. And I had a moment of panic, and I screamed at her to get away from the edge. I screamed. Like, it was like a guttural fucking, like, my ancestors came out in that scream.
Oh, I'm not on my dang it. I was going to go find it on my damn Instagram.
Oh.
That was stupid. Yes, she was very scared, and she was very upset with me. But I moved away from the edge, and it was fine. Because you also did that. You had a moment where, and you were on edibles, but the year before that, you had a moment where you cried because I was. Yes. You were like, get the fuck away from there. I know. And I felt so bad. I'm like, sorry, Mac.
It was everyone.
And I'm not
Everyone was so close to the edge too. It was like, oh, that was the
whole
worst. I had
thing.
to
You're
leave.
right. It wasn't just me, right? It was everybody.
I cried.
Was like,
I literally cried.
so funny.
If you want to know what it's like to go on vacation with me, I cry if you're in danger. So.
Oh, I love you for it. So thank you for caring about me.
Cheers.
Cheers. Shit. Well, that sure was fun. Thank you guys for thank you guys for listening to our completely aimless rants today.
It was like current events ish.
Right. So
all right, we will see you guys next week.
Love you so much. Thanks for coming.
TTYL.
Wow, so cute. Love those. Pink goddess. Invented pink. Invented.
Did she invent the color pink?
Invented it. It never existed before. MacDizzle. Thank you. See you guys next week.